We're not trying to get rich off these fighters. I've already been rich, and I'm rich, wealthy. But we all know Tank box circles on that guy. Well, the guy is very aggressive. He lands some big shots.
You are not ready for this one. The man, the myth, the undefeated legend, Floyd. Money Mayweather just shocked the boxing world again, and this time, he's stepping back into the ring for real. After years of teasing exhibitions, celebrity matchups, and jet-setting around the globe with billion-dollar energy, Floyd just officially announced his return to boxing. And guess who he's fighting? Gervonta "Tank" Davis.
Man, Tank putting him to sleep.
I'm dangerous.
Tank never seen nothing like pretty boy Floyd Mayweather at 130, bruh. You say he ain't seen a Mayweather, he ain't seen a Tank at 130. Tank won't even get close to him. The speed alone would give Tank problems. In and out, but he's hitting you with combinations. That equalizer, that punching power will slow things down. So we talking ultimate power against ultimate skill. And I'm going with skill. Hold up, you saying Tank ain't got no skills? Floyd would be taller, faster, would have a higher IQ. Who got more punching power that he fought at 130 than Tank?
Judge.
Oh, the second one drops it.
You know he gonna want to mix it up with Tank. And then when he do, he gonna get caught. Who has ever knocked Floyd out? He's the most complete boxer I've ever seen at 130 pounds. He had no flaws in his game, bruh. And he was knocking out.
Yep, you heard that right. Floyd's next opponent is the very fighter he once mentored, promoted, built into a superstar. This isn't just another comeback. This is personal. Let's break it down. There was a time when Tank Davis was Floyd's golden boy. Handpicked, protected, promoted through Mayweather. Promotions with all the shine and power only Floyd could give.
Tank Davis, he was a young kid, came up to me when he was a kid, wanted an autograph. I signed his phone for him and told him, "You'll be world champion someday, and I'll be your promoter." Years later, he was working with some people from our team because our team is huge. We got guys in DC, Baltimore, Philly, New York, all around. He won a few fights. I think he was like 8 or 9-0. I told him, in under 24 months, you'll be world champion. Made the right moves, put him in the right position. He's a multi-millionaire now.
Absolutely.
He was a kid that couldn't even buy a bus ticket. Now he's a multi-millionaire.
Floyd stood ringside for some of Tank's biggest wins, coached him through title fights, and hyped him up as the next face of boxing. But as always with Floyd, things got complicated.
I remember first hearing an issue between Floyd and Gervonta before Gervonta fought Pedraza. And the issue I heard was that Floyd didn't want Gervonta to stay in Baltimore because he felt there was too many distractions for him in Baltimore, and he wanted to stay in Vegas. And the story I was told at that time was that Floyd gave Gervonta one of his penthouses or one of his apartments in the Palms Hotel, and he said, "This is your apartment. I'll furnish it for you." He got him a Jeep. At the time, Gervonta was not a world champion. He got him like a Jeep, a 4x4. You know, he basically said, "I'll make it comfortable for you. I don't want you to go to Baltimore. I want you to stay here. I don't think Baltimore is the place for you," you know? And what I was told was Gervonta sold all the furniture, sold the Jeep, and went back to Baltimore and bought a Benz. You know, with that's what I was real. That's what I was told at the time. So
Ego, control, legacy. Somewhere along the way, the father-son energy between Floyd and Tank flipped. Tank started pushing back, wanting more independence, wanting his own identity. And Floyd, he didn't take it well.
Real quick, Sam, actually, I just wanted to say I saw Gervonta Davis was in here for a minute. I don't know if he's still in here. I know he has his big...
Tank on here?
Yeah, Tank. Tank. Yeah, well, I don't know if he's still on here. I don't know if he's still on here. I don't know. He might have bounced. I don't know. He might have bounced. He might have bounced. He was only on for a second. Tank, you want to come in, Tank? Can I bring you in? I would love to bring you in. Only because I know for like the longest Tank has had an issue with fight hype, with me. I was like, bro.
Pull him in. Pull him in. Hold on.
I don't know.
How do I do it? You got to do it.
I think I got to do it. I don't know if he's still on.
Fast forward to now, and the tension is undeniable. Tank's been throwing shade. Floyd's been sending subtle shots in interviews.
What set you off that you was like, I gotta do that?
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause I feel like y'all got, I would say love and hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of the deal.
He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing it.
Exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Tank, don't cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
You'll see. It's gonna come out.
Their relationship hit the rocks, and it's only gotten worse since Tank started getting caught up in controversies. Outside the ring, inside the courtroom, and now in the wrong kind of headlines. And it got worse when Floyd fired Leonard Ellerbe as the CEO of Mayweather Promotions, because Ellerbe and Tank were tight. So Tank retaliated by not letting Floyd's new protege, Kermel Moton, fight on his undercard.
Whatever is going on with them guys, all of the tension, you know, you got Leonard Ellerbe being let go from Mayweather Promotions, being hired, they're stating that he's possibly going to be hired by GTD, will have a significant role with GTD Promotions, and all this back and forth, you know, Floyd, from speculation or from reports stating that Tank blocked Floyd's fighter Kermel Moton from fighting on the Tank versus Frank Martin card. All this things going on. You had Tank, who was signed to Mayweather Promotions for a while. The league sparring of Haney and Tank. All of this massive media news and everything that's been put out there for the masses to see worldwide.
So how does Floyd respond? He does what only Floyd can do: steal the spotlight back and challenge the very fighter he once built. Floyd's been retired for years. Technically, his last professional fight was against Conor McGregor back in 2017.
Last round, champ. Last round. Hey, you did everything good. Everything is done already. What was it? What did Mac on career, baby? Huh? Everything you taught me from day one. I always remember. Everything working, baby. Everything working. Good. Hey, Floyd, be careful. I got you. Okay. Thank you. All right, baby. Be good. Make sure everything's good, man. All right, yes, sir.
Since then, it's been exhibition mode. Tenshin Nasukawa, Logan Paul, Deji, Aaron Chalmers, all money grabs, all safe, all low risk. But this ain't a soft exhibition. According to Floyd's team, this is being structured as a real fight, licensed, sanctioned, and headlining in Las Vegas later this year. No oversized gloves, no safety nets, just two fighters, one ring, and an audience that's never seen anything like this.
Tank, how would you fight Floyd in his prime? Like if you were to fight Floyd in
Don't
his prime,
fight him.
if you guys were both in the...
Don't fight him. I wouldn't fight him. I mean, Floyd was good. He was top tier. I mean, me, I feel as though I could compete with any top fighter. I'm not saying me going at Floyd, but I'm saying like I feel as though my skills, and not to take nothing from Floyd, but I feel like my skills can compete with anybody that ever laced up a boxing glove.
You're crazy to watch, bro. Like,
yeah.
You hit like a fucking train.
Why now? Because Floyd sees the writing on the wall. Tank's star power is exploding, but his focus is crumbling. He's beefing with Lamont Roach, arguing online, chasing a fight with Jake Paul. Meanwhile, Floyd's been quietly watching, and now he's stepping in, not just to take over the headlines, but to humble his former protege in front of the entire world.
When Floyd left Bob Arum, it's good for them to do it and become their own boss. And then if another guy does it, it's not good for the sport. He's disloyal. And what's wrong with Tank saying he want to be his own boss? And honestly, I've been there. The relationship between them two is very toxic. It's a toxic relationship. It's up and down and up and down. And I'm not going to elaborate everything that I know, but it's a very toxic relationship. And that's why when I tweet stuff, I don't tweet often, but when I tweet, I may fire off 50 tweets in the day. And that's why when I tweeted certain things about the relationship, Tank retweeted it because he knows. Like, I'm not just going to say what it is. It's a very toxic relationship. It's back and forth. And I think it will serve him best to go and be his own boss.
This beef between Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Davis goes way deeper than boxing. And a big reason why it's so personal is because Floyd's own daughter is involved. It all started when Ryan Garcia went on a rant claiming that Tank had been sleeping with Floyd's daughter, Yaya.
Because Ryan is on the internet right now saying that he knows the root cause of the Tank Davis and Floyd Mayweather beef. And this was news to me that there's a possibility that Tank had a relationship with Floyd's daughter. It's not official news. If Ryan Garcia said it, it's definitely not official news. And I'm not going to act like he doesn't have a relationship with Tank Davis and Floyd Mayweather, like where there's smoke, there couldn't be fire. There is clearly something going on between Floyd and Tank Davis.
His daughter, she a grown woman. She do what she want to do, when she want to do it. You know what I mean? So
yeah, but is Tank right for that, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, but is that good business to sleep with your business partner's daughter?
Business is business and personal is personal. We can't let this get between our money, man.
At first, people brushed it off because, let's be real, Ryan says a lot of wild stuff. But then Tank himself admitted that Yaya kept texting him on Snapchat, and that's when things started getting messy. This isn't just a fight. This is a legacy statement. Floyd's undefeated, 50-0, untouchable. And yet, even with that flawless record, people still whisper, can Tank surpass him? Is Tank the new face of boxing?
What's your dream fight card?
Dream fight card?
Anybody.
So there's a couple fights on there. Me versus Floyd.
Okay. Okay. All right. We'll leave it at that.
Floyd's heard all of it. So instead of watching Tank climb the mountain, he's putting himself in front of it. One last fight.
Here's why I would say, if I had to argue for Floyd being the greatest, even though that's not my position, if I were to take that position, obviously he's got the undefeated record. He's beaten everybody in his path, even though some say they were not his prime. But at the end of the day, you put someone in front of him, he beats them. And he is the best defensive fighter out there. And also, what is the aim of boxing? Is to hit and not get hit. He mastered that. And take that outside of the ring, he made $1 billion. Like, he took the sport of boxing or detention away from heavyweights, and what's he's a welterweight, right? Yeah, he's a welterweight. Let me just say he's a welterweight. He's a welterweight. He took that attention, and then he became the biggest name in boxing. And his defensive skills, he's a good pure boxer in terms of just the technique. That's why I'll say he called himself the best ever. That's the only reason why. Do you have those same reasons?
Yeah, he's never been knocked down. Knocked down?
Are you sure?
Let's be honest. Tank's got a lot on his plate right now. He's supposed to run it back with Lamont Roach. After their first fight ended in a controversial draw and the internet cooked him for it, the rematch was set to be Tank's redemption arc. But now, with this Floyd fight looming, Tank's already looking past Roach. He's focused on clout, on money, on headlines. That's dangerous. He underestimates Roach again? He might walk into that Mayweather fight with an L on his record and zero momentum.
When he fought Lamont, it was like he was there, but he wasn't like there for real. Like, when you watch all his other fights, you can see like his eyes just look different. When he walked into the ring with Lamont, it was just like, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, because you heard in the press conferences, he was just saying he was just real irritated. He didn't really seem like
he just felt like I think he just trained just to get by. I think he trained to just do 12 rounds. You know what I mean? The Tink that I know, the kid that you punch him in the face, he go crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or if I'm down on the scorecards, I'm gonna go out and go get it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see it that fight, and I understand it too. When us as fighters, when you get to a certain point in life, sometimes you just don't want to do it.
Yeah.
And the Floyd fight itself? It's no walk in the park. Say what you want about Floyd's age, but his fight IQ is still elite. His reflexes? Still sharp. His conditioning? Still top tier. And most importantly, he knows everything about Tank. his strengths, his weaknesses, his triggers. Floyd helped shape the fighter Tank is today, and now he's coming to exploit it all.
When is Gervonta Davis going to go somewhere in the pound for pound? Anui deserve to be in the pound for pound? Absolutely. Do Terrence Crawford deserve to be in the pound for pound? Absolutely. But what about Gervonta Tank Davis? He deserves to be somewhere also in the pound for pound.
Why don't they give him that credit?
Because he was affiliated with me.
This could either be the biggest moment of Tank's career or the start of a very public downfall. Let's talk styles. Tank is explosive. A southpaw knockout machine with scary timing and real killer instinct. He breaks people down with body shots and counters. He thrives on aggression and chaos.
Tank Davis.
Bad dude. See, what I like about Tank is Tank brings something different. You know, back in the days, everybody had something. Muhammad Ali was a mover boxer. George was a puncher. Ernest Shavers was a puncher. Everybody had something they brought to the table. Larry Holmes had a jab. Mike Weaver had overhand right. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has something. That division now is full, and Tank having to be the knockout guy of the division. He the one with the main knockout power. Garcia has it too, but Tank got that real knockout power that, like, if Tank hit one of them clean, usually they gonna have a problem. So it's like, I like Tank. Every now and then, I think when he knows he can beat somebody, he probably don't lock in as hard, but I think when they bring challenges, he locks in.
Yeah, he fights to the level of his competition.
Yes,
He was doing that a lot.
And he gotta be careful of that.
2 fights ago, he was really doing that.
You feel me? So you gotta be careful of that, because if you come in and think somebody is not at your level and you underestimate them, it can get you beat. So that's the only thing I think you gotta be careful of. Other than that, Tank is a really good fighter.
Floyd, the complete opposite, a defensive genius. Master of the shoulder roll, expert at baiting fighters, making them miss, and then draining their will to keep swinging. This is going to be a real chess match, but with one huge twist: bad blood. Because this ain't just business, this is emotional. Tank wants to prove he's the future. Floyd wants to prove he's still the king. And that kind of tension, that's what makes fights unpredictable.
Skill for skill, none of these guys can mess with me. Like, nobody. I feel like my skills is way better than, like, Floyd. Like, if I'm on my game. Nah, I take that back. Probably hand in hand. But skill-wise, nobody on TV that's fighting right now have more skills than me. Nobody.
Let's not forget, there was already hype around Tank potentially fighting Jake Paul after Roach. That would have been a blockbuster. Drama, dollars, a guaranteed viral moment. But now that Floyd stepped in, that fight is dead in the water. And honestly, it's probably for the best. Because Tank fighting a heavyweight YouTuber was never smart. Jake's bigger, stronger, and actually dangerous. One bad punch could have sent Tank to sleep, and the memes would have been eternal.
Tank was looking past Roach, and he wanted that Jake Paul fight, which I think Jake Paul would have beaten. Jake is way too big. Tank is 5'5", 135, soaking wet. Y'all think Tank is too small for 140. He ain't beating no heavyweight. I'm not joking. I don't think he would have hurt Jake. He would have to jump up to reach him. I don't think he would have hurt him. I tell you this, it would have gone the distance, and people would have been laughing their asses off, and it wouldn't have been good for Tank's brand. I tell you that. That fight would have went the distance. Soon as 5'5" Tank is looking at a 6'2", 6'3" Jake Paul, y'all would have been like, hold, wait a second. And Jake Paul be on spread out paws with that arm out and stepping back, and bruh, I'm telling you, bruh. I'm telling you. But that's a cat, fine. We'll never get to fight anyway, so we'll never know.
Now Tank's got a real fight, a legacy fight, a moment where he can cement himself as more than just a knockout artist, but only if he takes it seriously. When Floyd Mayweather first teased his boxing return, fans instantly assumed his next opponent was going to be Canelo Alvarez. It made sense. Just weeks earlier, Floyd had taken a public shot at Canelo, calling him easy work during the Canelo versus Crawford press conference, reigniting old tension.
You could take a guy like Canelo, this guy could do, he can pick and choose who he want to fight. And I'm going to tell y'all the truth about Canelo. Easy, man. Easy. Y'all sitting up here, y'all praising this dude. This dude was nothing. I was almost 40 years old when I cooked this dude. Easy. Y'all always disrespecting our fighters.
Live, only on DAZN, June 28th. Jake Paul versus Chavez Jr. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
The weight difference between them is wild. Canelo's been dominating at 168, while Floyd's been doing exhibitions well below that. Plus, let's not forget, Floyd already beat Canelo once, clean. There's no real demand to watch that movie again.
You can take a guy like Canelo, this guy can do, he can pick and choose who he want to fight. And I'm gonna tell y'all the truth about Canelo. Motherfucker easy, man. Cakewalk, easy. Y'all sitting up here, y'all praising this dude was nothing. I was almost 40 years old when I cooked this dude. Easy.
It would have been more nostalgia than competition. So when the real opponent turned out to be Gervonta Davis, that's when things got spicy, because that matchup is personal, fresh, and full of unfinished business.
How you feel? If he's upset with me over me being good to him, over me helping him, he can be upset.
I mean,
I'm not mad at him though.
Right.
So that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.